Yo, what is going on, guys? It's the FIFA Killer here, and welcome back to another video. And we're actually going to be doing a quick little squad builder with some of the great players that, unfortunately for them, have not actually picked themselves up a Champions League medal. So if you guys do enjoy the video, please drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and let's get straight into the video. So, in goal, I mean, there's only one choice really to have in the goalkeeper position. We're going to be going with Gianluigi Buffon. And yeah, he just recently lost the Champions League final against Real Madrid. It was his third appearance in the Champions League final. He lost back in 2003, I believe, to Milan. Made a couple saves in the PK shootouts, but unfortunately for him, lost. And then he lost again against Barcelona in 2015. And yeah, just lost again against Real Madrid. Unfortunately for him, I'm not too sure if he's actually going to be able to win a Champions League medal for himself. I don't see it happening. I don't see Juventus actually moving on and actually reaching another Champions League final. But I mean, hopefully for him, he could actually do it. But yeah, I just don't see that happening. So in the right back position, I'm actually not even going to have a right back. I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video that I'm not going to have every player in each position. I'm not gonna have a right back. I'm not gonna have in the right back position a right back. I'm gonna have a little bit different positions just because I couldn't find players that haven't actually won the Champions League that are pretty well known. So yeah, just bear with me. So in the right back position, we're gonna be having a center back by the name of Sol motherfucking Campbell. Yeah, this man, a big traitor to Tottenham fans or supporters. And yeah, left to Arsenal, and he actually did really well in Arsenal. He was part of the Invincible squad that went unbeaten throughout the whole season. He was close in actually gaining a Champions League medal. Unfortunately for him, lost against Barcelona. I know Barcelona's been coming up a lot, but I mean, they're there. He ended up losing 2-1, which he actually got on the scoring sheet, but unfortunately for them, they were down a man, and yeah, just couldn't actually finish the business for them. So let's go on to the left center back or right center back. Let's go into the right center back position. So in the right center back position, we're actually be going with Laurent Blanc, the legend himself, the World Cup winner in 1998. I mean, he does have a World Cup winners medal and also a Euros or a European medal as well. So I mean, he doesn't really need a Champions League medal, but it would have been nice for him to actually pick one up. He was close with Manchester United, but was unfortunately limited in the semifinals to Bayern Leverkusen. But overall, I think he had a decent career. He obviously winning the World Cup and winning the Euros as well. I mean, that's pretty decent for him. Even if he were not to pick up a Champions League medal, I think he had a pretty decent career. Obviously, he's a bit old for me, so yeah, 1965. Obviously, I didn't even have a chance to watch him, but as a coach, did decent, I guess, in PSG. But I mean, haven't really heard about him since. So yeah, just another player that hasn't actually won a Champions League medal, but he is a legend, obviously, since he has a legend card. And yeah, he had a pretty decent career, I guess. So in the left center back position, we're gonna be going with the Italian legend Fabio Cannavaro, 89 rated on Ultimate Team. Maybe could have gone a little bit higher, but I mean, that's just opinion based. But yeah, he's like I said, he's a World Cup winner. Unfortunately for him, couldn't get a Champions League medal for himself. He had come close since reaching semifinals and stuff like that, but yeah, just couldn't get it. He actually won the Ballon d'Or in 2006. So for a defender to actually win the Ballon d'Or, that's pretty freaking amazing, if you ask me. So yeah, cheers or GG's to him. Obviously couldn't pick up a Champions League medal, so I mean, that's why he's in the team. This team is actually looking pretty decent. I'm pretty sure if I were to go into a game with this squad, I'll actually pick up a few decent wins. So in the left back position, we're actually not even going to be going with a left back. We're going to be going with a midfielder or an attacking midfielder / forward. We're going to be going with the legend himself, Totti, the just retired Francesco Totti. Unfortunately, sadly for the footballing world, he retires with his 40 freaking pace. I mean, EA, come on, 50 pace. Even Toni Kroos has freaking higher pace. I mean, obviously Toni Kroos is faster in my opinion, but come on, EA, fix it. But anyways, yeah, he's also a World Cup winner. So even if we would not have a Champions League medal like Cannavaro and Gianluigi Buffon, I mean, you have a freaking World Cup medal. So not too many players could actually say that. I know a lot of players wish to even get into the World Cup, but yeah, he hasn't even came close to actually winning a Champions League medal. He hasn't even gone past the quarterfinals of a Champions League. Only, yeah, just a terrible record in the Champions League. But I mean, he's a living legend for Roma. Played his entire career practically. So yeah, just a legend. Hopefully he gets a FIFA 18 icon card, which they're calling it now. No more legends, I guess. So yeah, he's an icon now. So yeah, Totti, there you freaking go. Alright, so in the left mid position, we're going to be going with Pavel Nedved. If I could find the P, where's the freaking P? Alright, here it is. Pavel Nedved, 89 rated for him. Looking like a pretty decent squad if you ask me. But yeah, he actually came close to actually winning the Champions League in 2003 along with Gianluigi Buffon. Like I said, unfortunately losing to Milan. He was quoted to saying, "I would love to finish my career with a victory in the Champions League," but he just didn't. He just didn't. In 2008 and 2009, that was like his last run. He was gonna go against Chelsea, and unfortunately for him, he was knocked out in the round of 16. And yeah, just didn't pick one up. So yeah, he's in the squad, and he's not a Champions League medal winner, whatever you call it. All right, this is getting awkward. All right, into the center mid position. Alright, so in the center mid position, we're going to be going with a player that Arsenal supporters are not going to really enjoy seeing in the squad, but he's in the squad for a reason. He's obviously not a Champions League winner, but he is a World Cup winner, and he's won the Euros. So internationally, he's pretty much won it all. Club-wise, he still has a few trophies to pick up. Obviously, the Champions League is a big thing to win for a player, for a club. To win it. So yeah, he actually came close in 2006, obviously playing that final against Barcelona, obviously losing to his boyhood club 2-1, and then the season he actually leaves to go to Arsenal, to Chelsea, excuse me, I'm getting my freaking clubs mistaken. But yeah, the following season Barcelona actually pick up their 5th Champions League trophy. Obviously, says Fabregas, they would have stayed one more year, then you would have been a Champions League winner, and you wouldn't be in this squad, which, yeah, I'm sorry, mate, but you're in it. So let's go into the right center mid. So in the right center mid position, I'm gonna have a player that Arsenal fans are gonna love to see, but I actually don't have him as a player in my club. So I'm gonna be using this concept card, and it's Patrick Vieira, the tank. He's a freaking legend in FIFA. I enjoy whenever I had the chance to use him. Patrick Vieira. Unfortunately, I don't have him, but I mean, I just don't have the funds to pick him up because he's pretty expensive. So yeah, for that reason, he's not in my club, but he's in this squad for not winning a freaking Champions League medal. Come on, Patrick, what the fuck? All right, so Patrick Vieira, he obviously left before they reached the Champions League final. So I mean, who knows if he would have been in the squad? Maybe he could have just led the Gunners to win their Champions League final, but I mean, you never know. And he left Inter right before they actually won their treble. So like says Fabregas, if he would have stayed another year, he could have picked themselves up a Champions League medal. So yeah, maybe you guys wouldn't be in the squad. So I mean, come on, guys, you guys gotta stay one more year. Always stay another year. So in the right midfield position, we're gonna be going with another, I repeat, another Arsenal player. I mean, I don't know if this is actually a good thing or a bad thing to be having so many Arsenal players. I mean, it just goes to show that Arsenal are not even coming close to actually winning the Champions League final. Obviously, being knocked out in the last, I believe, 6 or 7 round of 16 in the Champions League. But I mean, yeah, I just don't mean to bag on Arsenal, but Arsenal, sort your shit out. But yeah, Pires, who was actually also, again, like I keep saying it, but he was also in the Champions League final against Barcelona. He was actually, I think he was, the reason he left Arsenal was because Arsene Wenger, the great Arsene Wenger, took him out, unfortunately, because they had a man down. So obviously you got to take out an attacking player. And yeah, he left after that. He was supposedly quoted to saying that he left for that reason. So in the striker position, we're going to be going with a man that is supposedly, to a lot of players, to a lot of people, the best striker in the Premier League, and it's Sergio Aguero, or at least he's been one of the best strikers for the past few years for what he's done at Manchester City and in the Premier League. But obviously he hasn't done it in the biggest stages, which is the Champions League finals, not the finals, but like when it's time to freaking get into the elimination stages and stuff like that. He actually hasn't done the job. Obviously, that's where big players or the freaking great players like just distinguish themselves from the good players and from the good players to the average players. So yeah, Agüero's in here. I just don't see him actually winning the Champions League medal. I mean, Pep Guardiola came in, maybe he sorts this man out, but I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see. Obviously, he still has a few years in him as well. 1988. So he was born in 1988, excuse me. But I mean, yeah, he does have a few years in him. Maybe for him, hopefully, he does get a Champions League medal. But I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see for that. So obviously, it wouldn't be a team of Champions League runners-up or a team that doesn't have Champions League winners medals without the man, the myth, the legend, the man that speaks in freaking third person, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Obviously hasn't picked himself up a Champions League medal. I mean, a great career for all the clubs he's been with. He's won a lot of trophies at every country he's actually won, in every league, excuse me. But he just hasn't done it. He has come close, or he hasn't actually came close, but he's another guy that leaves early or leaves too late. But yeah, he left a year right before Inter actually won it, and then the following summer he does the same thing and leaves before Barca actually win their 4th Champions League final. But I mean, Zlatan, I don't see this man actually winning another Champions League final. Maybe Manchester United could pull it off and go straight to the final this upcoming next year, but I just don't see it. I mean, it's their first Champions League, or they actually haven't participated in Champions League in a couple years. But I mean, I just don't see Zlatan ever winning the Champions League. He's 35, he's injured, and I'm not too sure if he's actually gonna renew his contract with Manchester United. Talks of him going to MLS and stuff like that. So obviously, if he goes to the MLS, there's no freaking way he's gonna win Champions League unless he freaking wins the CONCACAF Champions League, which I don't think he actually like considers it a Champions League, obviously. So yeah, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, just, I'm sorry, man, you're just not gonna win a Champions League medal. But to round off the team, I mean, it wouldn't be a team without a manager, right? So we're gonna be throwing in the man, the myth, the man that's never gonna freaking leave Arsenal, and it wouldn't be a Champions League runners-up or a freaking no Champions League medal in their freaking honors team, whatever you want to call this team, without Arsene Wenger, who obviously has not won a Champions League. Arsene, I'm sorry, but you gotta leave Arsenal to actually for Arsenal to continue and progress, and hopefully for them win a Champions League. And yeah, Arsene, I'm sorry, man. So this is the team. Obviously, I mean, it's actually a pretty freaking decent team. If I were to run it in freaking online seasons, I'm obviously gonna try to foot champs, but I mean, this is actually a pretty decent looking team. We got Nedved, we got Ibrahimovic up top, Agüero, we got a decent midfield in Fabregas who could have that tiki-taka play, Patrick Vieira to just like bully everybody in the midfield, Pires with the speed, Totti at left back. Who the fuck cares? He's a freaking legend. So he'll be a rock solid left back. Cannavaro, I mean, obviously not at the tall side, but he is a short man, but obviously could get down low and slide tackle everybody. Obviously Lord and Blanc could come out playing. So Campbell with his freaking, how many paces does he have? 70. Oh, that's pretty decent. 78 pace for a right back, decent, but I mean the dribbling 48, just not gonna get. He's not gonna get across the half field to actually just put in a cross or anything like that. And we have Gianluigi Buffon, so this is actually a pretty decent squad. So yeah, this is the squad of Champions League runners-up or freaking no Champions League medal. There's a lot of people, a lot of players in here that were missed out. Obviously, I could have chosen a lot of different players, but this is I think these are the well-known players that haven't won the Champions League. Obviously, I'm gonna be missing a few, so if you guys have some more players, obviously drop them down in the comments. I'll read them, say what's up and stuff like that. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and yeah, you guys have a great freaking day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.